What's good, everybody? What is good, everybody? Welcome back, as we are back to watch our Hawks. We are back. Welcome in, everybody. Atlanta comes in, unfortunately, losing last game. It's the second night of a back to back, but we are not phased lineup wise. We got everybody healthy. Yeah. So we good, man. We about to lock in. So we got the Knicks. It's a tough opponent. It's a good East matchup, but Hawks have been spiraling, but it's a good game to bounce back. Um, Maybe the Hawks do play down to their opponents. Um, they have played decent teams recently. I wouldn't say they're playing like terrible teams, but these last couple games have been a little tragic. I can't even lie to y'all. Excuse me, but hopefully Quinn gets it together. We can get some momentum on this one. I believe. So Hawks have dropped these past what 5, but Jalen he's been hooping. Trey back he has been hooping no matter what everybody been saying. I know the record don't really reflect it, but let's just hope this game Quinn's rotations aren't maniacal. Cause man, they have been disastrous to say the least. He's set on this 3 guard lineup that I hope we just don't see anymore. I hope Ricochet can get some PT. There's been some trade rumors recently. Chris Haynes has reported that Atlanta is still interested in the AD trade that would not include Trey, but it would likely include Kristaps and Zach. So I'm not enthused about that. Um, I would much rather just keep Kristaps and then just move on from there. I really don't want to give up Zach, to be honest. I'm a Ricochet believer, to be honest. So it'll be tough to see that happen. But hopefully the front office doesn't make any rash decisions um, and blow up the progress Atlanta's made. I know this losing skid don't seem like progress to a lot of people, but it is what it is. So the broadcast is going over the history of Atlanta versus New York these past couple years. So Atlanta has gotten some dubs when they have been the underdog. So they do come into this matchup the underdog, betting wise. So if you are a better, it'd probably be wise to go New York's way. But Atlanta could surprise some folks, man. Atlanta could surprise some folks. So appreciate everybody tapping in. Tip off is about to be underway. So for New York is Jalen Brunson, Mikael Bridges, OG Ananobi, Mohamed Diawari, Carl Anthony Towns, and typical starters for Atlanta is Trey Dyson, Zach, Jalen, and Onyeka. Hopefully Onyeka can get some help too. Hopefully Moke can play good. Hopefully Asa Newell can play well. Um, they will definitely need young guys to be productive this matchup. No Kristaps. His 2 week mark is tomorrow, so we will get an update on Kristaps. Um, as much news as we've had, there hasn't been a lot on Kristaps' injury front. So we'll see tomorrow Kristaps what the update with Porzingis is. So New York is they win the tip and they are underway. So they come in this matchup 21-9. Atlanta is 15-17. I still got faith in the Hawks. I still got faith. It's still very early. Not very early, but still too early to write the Hawks off. So Cat gets a board there, but Jalen gets a swat. He said, "Get that shot out of here." So Atlanta on the break. So Trey and Jalen playing a little 2-man game. Trey gets swatted there. Just trying to get a little foul, but New York played good defense. There we go. Dyson's on Brunson, and Jalen Brunson gets into the body. Nice little spin to get a bucket. So New York breaks the scoring for the game. It's 2-0. So Trey throws it out of bounds off of Mikal Bridges. So 2-0. So New York isn't great on the road, and Atlanta isn't great at home. So both teams have 5 wins. As Onyeka, it's a good sight to see. Onyeka hits the triple. So Dyson guarding Brunson full court. That's what you like to see. Ricochet guards Ananobi in the corner. It's a good defense. Onyeka guards Carl Anthony Towns. Get that shot out of here. But Carl Anthony Towns picks up an early foul on Onyeka. So Jalen has 12 straight double doubles coming into this matchup. So hopefully he can continue that streak. Maybe even get a triple double. He was very close these last couple games. Yeah, 9 assists last game, or 9 rebounds last game, I believe. So Atlanta up 3-2 as Carl Anthony Towns goes to the line. It's been some slow basketball for both teams in the first 2 minutes. Hasn't really been able to catch a rhythm either team. So it's good for Atlanta that New York hasn't come out, red hot. But some keys for Atlanta, they just got to hold on to the basketball. They had 21 turnovers last game. That cannot happen. They're not going to beat anybody with 21 turnovers. So no matter who the opponent is, just got to be cut down. So Atlanta's got to do a better job at taking care of the basketball. No matter who is in, that's just not going to win any games. So Atlanta got to do a better job at that part. They got to do a better job at defending. Trey finds Ricochet in the corner. It's in and out. Like I was saying, Ricochet over these last 5-6 games, he's been shooting 50% from the field. So I always kind of figured he'd be able to do that. So Ricochet out on the break, gets it ahead to Jalen. Jalen pulls up for the triple. It's in and out as well. So back-to-back possessions for Atlanta where the ball just does not find the bottom of the bucket. So Ricochet guarding Towns. So a tie up between Carl Anthony Towns and Jalen. Shout out to Cat, man. Just shout out to Cat, bro. He has to endure a lot of hate that just is unwarranted. He is a hooper, and a lot of the stuff he deals with on social media and whatnot is just embellished. But he keeps his head down and keeps hooping. So shout out to Cat. Glad to see him somewhere like New York. He kind of deserves that. So Atlanta wins the tip. Ball don't lie. So Trey operating. He finds Onyeka. Onyeka finds Ricochet. Ricochet long on that corner three, but it's all good. He's 0 for 2. Still early on though, so New York got to switch with Trey in the post, but they kick it out immediately, and Carl Anthony Towns knocks down a three. So 7-3, and Leonard just got to hit something. Just don't settle. So they are doubling everything. Good stuff as Dyson cuts. Jalen finds them as both teams are now 2 of 6 from the field. As Dyson has the assignment of Jalen Brunson tonight. Jalen Brunson gets it up. Can't get it to go. So Jalen Brunson is forced into a tough shot by Dyson. Onyeka says, I can tee it up 2 for 3. Onyeka 2 of 2. That's a very good sign. Onyeka has been a little gassed recently. So being the only center on our lineup. Two-way Trey active. Two-way Trey is activated. Little runner, let's go. Hey man, it's getting a little cold. It's getting a little cold in the A. It's getting a little cold in the A. Two-way Trey active. He gets the steal, then he gets the bucket on the other end. I'm not here for Trey don't play defense. I'm not here for that this year. My man is locking up. Obviously, he's not gonna have no 5 steals a game, but my man Trey is bought in. So shout out to Trey. He gets a steal and he gets the bucket on the other end. So Atlanta is up. Hey man, I know it's been a rough couple games for the Hawks, but I believe they can step up to the challenge tonight. They're playing a really good New York team, but New York seems to not be the best on the road. And like I said, Atlanta isn't proven at home yet. So we haven't had a lot of home games. Recently, there's been a lot more. They're on a 5 game homestand right now, so they are 0-4 in the homestand. So hopefully, Atlanta can just give the home crowd something to go home about and just be positive. It's been a whole lot of infighting in the Hawks world on social media. So a dub will be. I don't know, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but a dub will definitely relieve some stresses through the fan base. Because losing just makes everybody tense and want to go crazy. So Atlanta up early. Hopefully we don't got to worry about that. Atlanta, I do think the Hawks like to play up to their opponents and play down to their opponents. It may just be a curse that Atlanta has. Because these past couple games, Atlanta has been favored, and it just seems like there's something in the way every time in one of those games. So hopefully, Atlanta can turn it around this matchup. Kind of have a proven win, I guess. It's a top team in the East in New York. So let's hope, man. Let's hope. Let's just hope together. Okay, I cannot go into the new year on a losing streak. I don't know about y'all. So we need to get it up from somewhere. I don't care where they win. This schedule and to close out December and to start January is not the friendliest. I know we got New York twice, so one tonight and then one maybe in a week or some change, and then we got Minnesota on the road. I think we play OKC on the road, so it's gonna be a tough couple weeks for the Hawks, but this is a good chance to prove themselves. I think every team is gonna go through some highs and lows during the season. So you can't really just jump ship and say, man, it's over with before All Star break. I just think that's a little early to call it quits on the Hawks. So New York gets a switch out of the timeout, and Dyson was guarding Karl Anthony Towns, and Jalen comes over but cannot get the block in time, and he gets a Karl Anthony Towns draws a foul on Jalen. So 7-10, Karl Anthony Towns is going to the line. New York has been going to the line pretty steadily. This game, I believe this is Karl Anthony Towns' third and fourth free throw in the first 4 minutes. So Karl Anthony Towns is 1 of 3 from the field, but he has 2 free throws, maybe I'm tripping. It just seems like they've been going to the line. So he breaks that one. So he's 0 for 1 on this field trip. So 8:02 left in this opening quarter. Hawks are up by 3. They've done a good job taking care of the basketball. Both teams have. New York just hasn't really gotten to a lot of their shots, but still early. Jalen drives, hangs on the rim, but Onyeka can't come up with it. He's battling for that offensive board. Good transition defense from Atlanta, but Mikal Bridges just knocks down the three. So New York is up by one, 11-10. Trey and Jalen trying to get something going. Ooh, so good take by Jalen. Almost results in the and one. So Atlanta's going to the line. 11-10. Mikael Bridges picks up the foul. Oh yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So Mikael Bridges just trips over Jalen there. But I think another key for Atlanta is just the bench, man. They're gonna need Asa. They're gonna need Mo. Um, Obviously, I'm pretty sure V is gonna get a lot of playing time, so they just need his shooting to be on point this game, which it has. Shout out to V. Um, Kennard got a DNP last game, so I'm not sure if we're gonna see too much of Kennard. It's kind of getting a little spooky for him. I don't know. So Dyson has the Brunson assignment. He's doing fairly well to start off the game. Brunson is forced to take a three right there. Carl Anthony Towns is attacking. Oh, there we go. Ricochet. Good recovery. Good recovery. Great stuff. So New York got the offensive board. Oh wow. New York just allowed to be a little physical there. So Atlanta's first turnover. Oh, I don't know, man. Sometimes I think the whistle is not as consistent for Atlanta. Feel like the uh, feel like the opposing team always gets um, a little friendlier whistle sometimes. They're allowed to play a little more aggressive sometimes than Atlanta, I believe, which sometimes affects the game, but I really don't think it's too much of an issue. But kind of do wish Atlanta was allowed to play physical. So Onyeka is out early. That is something to see, something to keep an eye on. He has been, just gassed these last couple games. So New York gets the switch, but damn, they get the offensive board. So Ananobi steps in. He can't get it. Ricochet collects the board. Good stuff. As Ricochet brings it up for the Hawks, dishes to Jalen. Jalen is operating. Him and Ricochet playing a two-man game. Ricochet just throws it down, baby. That's what you like to see. So Zach, being productive out there. Jalen already has 4 assists. Jalen has 2 points. 2 points, 4 assists. Shout out to Jalen. So Atlanta comes into this game the number one team in the league in assists. They already have, I believe, 5. Anunoby knocks down that three over Ricochet. That was a good closeout by Ricochet. He did a good job of staying straight up, not running into the shooter in any capacity this year. The NBA officials have called that a whole lot more. So little handoff was deflected. Good pass by Nikhil. So yeah, right there. I was about to say that should be a foul. New York kind of just shows Dyson. That was a good pass by Nikhil to find Dyson though. Nikhil has definitely some playmaking skills. I think it's a little underrated. Sometimes it results in a turnover, but it's a good move to get there. The turnover does look pretty flashy. I can't lie. So 5:40 left here in this opening quarter. This opening quarter doesn't seem to be as long as that last one. That last one took like 25 minutes. It was ridiculous. So 5:40 to go. Action resumes. Dyson finds Jalen. So Trey and Onyeka were the first subs for the Hawks on the floor. As Nikhil probably should have got a foul call there, but Ricochet attacking the glass, and Jordan Clarkson gets in the way. So Jordan Clarkson picks up a foul. It'll be Atlanta ball out of bounds on the sideline. So Mitchell Robinson coming in for the Knicks. Like I said, no Porzingis for Atlanta. Porzingis, the only update we've got, he's just still doing those normal basketball activities, trying to stay conditioned, but not really too much updates. But like I said, tomorrow is the 2 week mark, so it's a good shot by Nikhil. Dyson crashing the glass, being guarded by Jalen Brunson. Oh yeah, good stuff, Jalen. Man, you should have just Could have dunked it, but it was a good move anyway. He goes for the reverse, doesn't come up with it. Mikael Bridges gets the midi to go. Attack is 4 on 5. It's 4 on 5, baby. Come on. Jalen finds Nikhil in the corner for three. Come on, Nikhil. Talk to him. So Atlanta runs back and gets that bucket off the mismatch. So that's Brunson's move. Dyson's doing a good job guarding that. That little elbow turnaround. So Jordan Clarkson comes up short, and New York gets the board, and they're fighting. So it's gonna be 2 on Jalen. Unfortunately, New York is attacking the glass. They already have 4 offensive rebounds, so that's gonna be a point of emphasis. I think for Atlanta, they do need to, as a team, just attack the glass. Um, um, when I first tuned in, the broadcast said gang rebound. That was the term they used. So V checks in, Ricochet checks out. Good start for Ricochet. So New York shooting their fifth and sixth free throw, and Jalen checks out for Atlanta as well as he picks up number 2. So we cannot afford Jalen to be in foul trouble. We can't afford any of our front court to be in foul trouble, to be quite honest. So we got a miss here. Um, and Dyson just picks his pocket, bro. So my man just had a terrible sequence. He misses both free throws and gets stripped. On Yeka, good stuff. Just can't get that one to fall. And New York comes away with it. With this lineup in for Atlanta, I hope they can get some. They can affect the glass some to some extent right now. So we got a timeout Atlanta as Jalen Brunson gets the runner to go. So Atlanta's trailing by 1, 17-18. But yeah, like I was saying with that lineup, it was Veet, Nikhil, Dyson, um, Asa, and Onyeka. Um, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the 3 guard lineup of Dyson, Nikhil, and V Krejci. I just do not see V Krejci as a forward, even though he probably is forward size, like forward height. I don't know, man. It's just I'm not a big fan of it. Whatever variation it is, it could be Trey, Nikhil, and Dyson. It could be Trey, V, and Dyson. Whoever it is, which typically isn't Trey and V and somebody else out there. It's usually Trey, Nikhil, and Dyson out there. But it's just whatever variation it is. Sometimes it's Keaton, Krejci, and Kennard. But whatever variation it is, I'm not a fan. So hopefully Quinn can somewhat go away from that when Porzingis is back. Um, I think a need for Atlanta maybe in free agency would be a backup small forward um, that that can give you at least 15 minutes a night. I think that might be a key, um, not to replace Zach, but just to give Zach some not as much responsibility because when Zach is in, he probably is looked at to be a kind of a jack of all trades, rebound, defend, shoot well, um, somewhat create, um, which he just don't get the minutes for that. And there's no reason to. You got Jalen and Trey, so. But yeah, I do think Atlanta needs to invest into a backup, however they can acquire that, whether in the trade market, or however. But I just don't want to see Ricochet go for multiple reasons. I really do believe in Ricochet. I think he is he can be a key part to the Hawks' future. Um, and then the Hawks just do not have um, small forwards on the roster. They have plenty of power forwards and plenty of Yeah, power forwards. It goes power forwards and then just straight to shooting guards. Zach is really the only official three on the roster. So action resumes. Atlanta is down by one. They're trailing 17-18. Trey Young has entered the game. It is Trey Young, Nikhil, and V. Krejci. Like I said, it's not a big fan. Trey finds Asa for three. Asa, like I said, Trey being back, that's gonna impact everybody um, in a positive way. I just don't think the narrative that this team was better without Trey and this this team was gonna suffer with Trey being back. Everybody was trying to paint Trey as a ball hog, and we all know Trey is kind of the opposite of that. So Asa fights for that board as Atlanta is holding on to a 2 point lead. Asa attacks, hands it off to Onyeka. Onyeka finds a cutting Nikhil. Nikhil can't get that lay to go, which is all right. Just good a look though. Atlanta needs to get back to that style of offense. Just having Onyeka be that playmaker at that elbow. Trey finds Veet. Veet passes up to Asa, and Asa it was a good shot, good looking shot, but can't get that corner three to go. I think Veet needs to step into that three though. Veet is out there for a reason, and that reason is shooting and nothing else. So Ananobi hits that three. It's 21-20. Trey getting past the New York defense finds Nikhil on the wing. Nikhil can't get that one to go. And New York corrals the board, so they push the pace. And Veet just gets blown past by Jalen Brunson. So pass was a little ambitious, but Onyeka comes up with it. So no turnover, but we got a foul instead. So Mitchell Robinson fouls Onyeka, and I believe New York might have put Atlanta into the bonus with that one. So yeah, man, like I said. Oh, so now they're in the bonus. Any foul after this one. That was their last foul to give. So Nikhil gets a nice little turnaround in the paint. That's his shot. So Nikhil, not the greatest shooting wise, already 2 of 6. So mm, Jordan Clarkson gets the bucket, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Not a fan. He gets the and one opportunity here. He's going to the line. So Atlanta is down by what, 4 or 5? There we go. We have four. V fires a three, can't get it to go. So Tyler Kolek, no sir. Atlanta has to win these rebounding battles, man. New York is killing the Hawks on the glass. So thankfully, a turnover there and one. Asa just powers through. Good stuff. So yeah, Atlanta has to crash the glass, man. Anybody and everybody who else is on the floor, they have to crash the glass. So shout out to Asa as Asa gets the and one opportunity. Asa's been playing really well over these past couple games, man. To see this rookie play like this is whoo. Atlanta made the right pick, man. I hope they don't do nothing stupid. Low key, I know Atlanta's struggling right now, but I want to see them keep this squad together. No trades, man. No trades. No trades. Let these young guys grow together. As Asa can't hit that first free throw. But it's all good, man. 26-24. He's made it a one possession game. Nikhil Garden, Jalen Brunson. Good stuff there. Cuts off that dribble. OG Ananobi just bullies. But Mitchell Robinson just powers that dunk home off the miss. So he cleans it up. So V Krejci, that's what I said he needs to do. He needs to shoot well. So he knocks down the triple. Good stuff by V. It's 37 seconds, and Jalen Brunson picks the ball up, gets right to it, and Jalen Brunson gets it to go. So it's a 3-point game. 30 seconds to go. Trey bringing it up for Atlanta. A little pick and roll by Mo. Oh wow, that steal seemed to have come across Mogate's whole body. So Ananobi gets a steal. Shot clock is dead. Hopefully Atlanta can get a turnover here before the first quarter ends. So it's 30-27, 8 seconds, and Trey gets switched on Brunson. Brunson tees up the three, so they go down by 6. Akil's heave is no good. It's 33-27. Jalen Brunson got 11. So Atlanta is getting murdered on the boards, man. Murdered, I say. It's a massacre tonight, and it does not look like it's going to change. So Atlanta is down by 6, mainly because they've allowed 8 offensive rebounds, and New York has converted on most of those. So it's tough. 8 offensive rebounds to go along with their 12 defensive rebounds. Atlanta has 9 rebounds in total. That is crazy work. So Atlanta has to figure that out. They have to game plan for New York in that fashion because, golly, Carl Anthony Towns got 5 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson already got 5 rebounds. McCullough already got 4 rebounds. Yeah, that's crazy, dog. For Atlanta, it's been a slow start offensively for the guys. Asa, Nikhil, and Onyeka are the only guys over 2 points at the moment. So gotta attack the glass for the rest of the game. That has to be a point of emphasis. So it looks like Luke is reinserted back into the lineup tonight. So Trey Young's wife getting interviewed on the broadcast. Shout out to the Youngs. They are active in the community. So shout out to Trey and his family. Trey and Shelby. 33-27. V comes up short on Yeka, finally fighting back on the offensive rebound. He gets it and goes right back up with it and draws a foul. So Carl Anthony Towns fouls on Yeka. So Onyeka knocks down the free throw. New York has shot a total of 7 free throws compared to Atlanta's 4. So that's something to keep an eye on throughout the game. Hopefully Atlanta does get a friendly whistle. Like I said, it seems like the other team gets to play a little more physical than the Hawks, but we'll see how it goes. So Onyeka cannot hit that second of two, so it leaves in line 1 of 2. Atlanta shooting a total 3 of 5 from the free throw line. In for Atlanta is Luke Kennard, Dyson, V. Krejci, Zach Ricochet, and Onyeka Okongwu. So Ricochet playing the 4 here. Um, Onyeka grabs the rebound. Atlanta trailing by 5. Dyson drives and gets the layup to go. So Atlanta is definitely in need of Dyson to have a somewhat decent offensive game tonight. They need a lot. They need a lot from everybody. So Carl Anthony Towns drives, V deflects, and is going to Atlanta. Yeah, that way. So Atlanta doing a good job too, not allowing a lot of points in the paint, even though they have already allowed 8 offensive rebounds. Atlanta is active on defense. They have caused 4 turnovers, 2 steals. Oh, that's a foul. So Anunoby fouls V Krejci as we broke him in the corner. He lost him. He had no choice but to foul. So shout out to V. Atlanta's playing really well. So New York has a total of 10 more rebounds than Atlanta at the moment. So Dyson drives. He finds Onyeka at the top. Nobody is guarding, and Onyeka knocks down the 3. It's tied at 33. 10:38. We have a timeout. New York has called a timeout. Atlanta is rolling. Finally, we are competing. So Dyson picks up the assist on Onyeka, knocking these shots down, which is a big help. Past couple games, Onyeka just hasn't found his groove from 3, but right now Onyeka is back to shooting at a pretty good clip. So 2 good back-to-back possessions for Atlanta. You gotta string together good possessions on the offensive and defensive end to make the game a whole lot easier for you. Um, so yeah, shout out to Dyson for holding down the point guard responsibilities right now. Um, he has 4 points, 2 assists. He had that nice layup, and he found Onyeka on that little driving kick. So Onyeka, like I said, back to his shooting form. He is 3 of 4 from 3. Um, he has 4 rebounds, so he's doing his part. Jalen 2, 3, and 5. So expect Jalen to be on triple double watch this game. But yeah, it's gonna be a group effort for Atlanta. It's not just gonna be Jalen and Trey. If it is Jalen and Trey, they just need somebody to contribute on defense. That's it. That's really it. They just need somebody to step up. Dyson's been pretty active on defense these last couple games, but it's just been it's more so look like a team thing, more so like team defense. Um, not really an effort thing. I really don't think Atlanta has an effort problem. I really don't believe that. I just think sometimes losing sucks, and that can probably wear on a player sometimes. I don't want to speak for the players because it is a part of the game, but it does bring the vibes down. I can't lie. So if Atlanta starts to win, expect things to turn around. When Trey was out and Atlanta was on that little win streak, the vibes were high. So hopefully Atlanta can turn things around right now. Get on hopefully a little win streak before All Star. They can get something going and go into the All Star break with some momentum and some faith. I know they just need the fans to buy in, dog. I know. I still haven't lost faith that Atlanta is just out of it. They just need to make some adjustments, and then I think they'll be right back to the the beast that they were forming into during that little win streak. So still not our final form yet, Hawks fans. So no need to worry. I think Atlanta will take shape here at the end of the season. So no, you got to remember no Kristaps these past 2 weeks, and that's a soft foul. So Carl Anthony gets a good whistle. Damn, Dominique. They just had a marriage proposal on the broadcast, and Dominique said they should have said no. Goddamn. So Asa Newell checks in for Onyeka. Oh man, let's cross our fingers. Oh, oh Lord. So Asa Newell in. He is the sole center. It's Asa Newell and Zachary Richey at the 4 and 5 right now, bro. It is. Okay, man. Let me have faith, man. Let me have faith. So it's Dyson V, um, Luke Kennard. V finds Asa. Asa finds Luke. Luke finds Dyson. Dyson finds V. V has to get it up, but no shot. Quinn, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing, Quinn? Quinn, what are we doing, bro? We have Luke Kennard out there. It looks like he hurt his elbow. So we have Kennard, Krejci. Good stuff, Asa. Good stuff. Good stuff. Asa just sent Carl Anthony Towns shot out of there. That shot out of here. That really should be a jump ball. Yo, shout out to the refs for letting them play through that one. They could have easily called a foul on that one. So shout out to Asa, man. He's working. And that's a foul? Wow, so Asa is called for a foul there, but not really seeing it. But I would just like to bring to everybody's attention right now, Asa Newell and Zachary Richard are at the 5 and the 4 position. Like, what are we doing? Thank God Jalen is checking back in. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. I can't stand these rotations, dog. These rotations make me sick, bro. And I don't mean to be too dramatic or too much, but Krejci, Kennard in there at the same time just, bro, it makes me want to lose my mind. Literally, bro. Why are we playing this small, bro? Like, this lineup relies too much on shooting, and I don't like it. The defense isn't that great from this lineup. And so Asaf gets fouled there, trying to gather the rebound, but Atlanta's trailing by 4. This lineup is just disgusting work, honestly. Like there's nothing that makes me positive about this lineup. Like Quinn is low key just ridiculous with this one. He's really just forcing things at this moment. So Kennard gets the bucket. But yeah, man, 35, 37. This lineup's just like they're gonna give up a whole lot of buckets, dog. And you can't put that on Asa and Jalen. Nah, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm already done, bro. I'm already done, bro. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. Quinn gonna lose us the game with these fuck ass lineups, bro. Jalen gets the bucket there, but Quinn gonna lose us the game with this shit, dog. Hawks get into a hole that they can never recover from because of these lineups, bro. These lineups can't guard shit, bro. Tyler Kolek just got to the bucket for an and one, bro. Get this shit out of my face right now, bro. Oh man, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we fucking go again, bro. I don't know. I really don't know what Quinn Snyder expects from these lineups, bro. Cause I know it's not defense, and he gonna leave. He not gonna make any adjustments. Like Tyler Kolek just got an easy bucket on Kennard, dog. Oh man, so Jalen is too much. Is they rely too much on Jalen to create some, and that's just not it, bro. When we didn't have Trey, it made sense. It honestly made sense because you just had to try anything. Shout out to Asa to finish that pass from Jalen. Bro, these lineups are garbage, bro. They're garbage, bro. They're garbage. They're garbage. They're trash. They're terrible. They're terrible. They're terrible. Man, these lineups can't guard nobody. Offense is very shaky. Um, this is just it's gotta be malpractice, bro. Like you can't be this bad at your job. To 7 games in a row, make the same mistake every goddamn game. It's these rotations, bro. Atlanta it finds themselves in almost every game, but at some point they go through a dry spell where offense is completely gone and defense is non-existent because the matchups. Veek gets blown past. Kennard gets blown past. Like, what are we doing, bro? And that definitely it creates too much pressure on defense for the front court and Dyson or Nikhil, whichever one of those guys is in. It creates too much pressure and on defense to rely on those three, whichever one, because one of those guys is not gonna be fully invested. Because Jalen's having to run the offense with these lineups in, so he's not going to be able to give as much effort as he, was with say Trey was in. He wasn't really, holding down the offense fully by himself. Because these lineups don't have any type of creators. Um, so it's just ugly, man. So Quinn got to do something. I don't know what that something's gonna look like. But I know something has to give. Atlanta's down by 7, and this is gonna be. It can go right or it can go left very quickly. So we'll see. So Carl Anthony Towns going to the line. It's 47-39. Trey back in for Atlanta. Finds Onyeka. Onyeka cuts through. Gets the bucket to go. So it's 41-47. Hawks down by 6. Onyeka has 12. I want to see Tyler Cole get this bucket. Let's see. Like, bro, get V out the fucking game, bro. Please, bro. This nigga cannot play fucking defense. Like, he don't know what defense is, bro. Like, no wonder y'all niggas signed him to just a small contract. All he does is shoot the fucking rock, bro. He might have a good pass fake here and there. This nigga is a over glorified fucking shooter, bro. God damn, this nigga gets fucking blown past every possession, bro. Everybody want to talk about Trey. Oh my god, the worst defender on our team is fucking V Krejci. And everybody want to fucking let him rock because he's shooting 3 or 4 from the field, bro. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. I ain't letting it fly no more, bro. That shit frustrating. Quinn, I don't know what he see. I don't know what he see. But it's definitely lost those games. So Ricochet back in the game for Atlanta. Oh my god, why is he playing the 4, bro? So he checks in for Asa. So 6:29 to go. It's a platoon swap for each squad. So Mitchell Robinson checks in for Carl Anthony Towns. So Nikhil finally gets to shoot his free throws. He knocks that one down, 43-49. So Nikhil, good defense there on Brunson to kind of force that miss. Ricochet drives, gets that turnaround to go. Can't get that one up, but it's a good aggressive attack there. And Anobi just loses control on the drive, and Atlanta forces another turnover, and they are quick to attack. As Trey finds Nikhil coming off the screen, Nikhil can't get that one to go. Atlanta down by 6. So they can't afford back-to-back possessions. So, oh my God, bro. So that's good defense by Ricochet on Ananobi. Good stuff, Ricochet. as Ricochet fights for the offensive glass. Who would have thought, bro, a 6'10 forward could get a motherfucking rebound? Oh my God. Who would have thought? So Ricochet had the rebound, but uh, somebody from New York was running and gunning for that one. Bro, I thought Nate McMillan was bad, bro. I think Quinn is up there with Nate McMillan, honestly. At least Quinn lets the young guy play, but Quinn is probably worse than Nate in playing like playing the young guy, Ricochet. Jalen never got PT when Nate was around, and Quinn is doing the same thing to Ricochet. Just stunning his growth. I think Ricochet can be a whole lot better than Quinn is allowing this man to be. Only playing, 10 minutes in the first half, 10 minutes in the second half. It's trash, man. Quinn needs to do something. So Yeka knocks down those free throws. Yeah, Zach literally has 11 minutes played, and Veet has 12. So it's just nasty work at this point, bro. Yeah, it's over with, bro. Just wrap this game up. So we got 3 minutes in the second quarter. Yeah, man, that's just nasty work to be honest. I just want to note the lineup of this shit right here. Just sub out on Yeka for Porzingis is one of the worst lineups in the plus minus in the NBA, and I see why. Um, I understand why. Quinn just gotta let this 3 guard lineup go, dog. So turnover Atlanta. I can't listen to these niggas at this moment, bro. Quinn gotta go, bro. He gotta go. I'm over this nigga, bro. So what I say, man? Hawks are gonna find themselves in a hole because of these fuck ass lineups, and they're not gonna be able to recover, especially against a, a good Eastern Conference team, the New York Knicks. I don't know what else I can say. So Atlanta's down. That's garbage, man. That's just garbage. Atlanta was in this game until them funky ass lineups started to roll around, and everybody started to get beat on defense, and then everybody started to stop buying in on defense. It's crazy, man. You can't have liabilities out there, dog. V is a liability. Kennard is a liability. Yeah, man. You playing Richard at the four? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Do we want to win, or are we just trying to send these games in? Are we just like, are we just playing 82 games? Like that's what Coach Quinn think. Like he don't see that we're a championship team. Not that I'm saying that the Hawks are a championship caliber team, but like he don't see that this team can be competitive. He don't see that this team is a championship team. So I feel like he just sending it in. Like he just like, all right, well we can just let these 82 games go however they go, and we'll worry about it when we have a contending team. It's like what the fuck is that? Like this is nasty work, bro. It's just nasty work. And again, I don't think it's an effort thing. I really don't think it's a players aren't locked in. But dog, something has got to give, bro. So I'm gonna use this halftime to give me something to eat real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. So we're back, but I don't know if I want to be back. It's been a tough result for Atlanta. They're down by 13. Whew. It's tough. So 68-55. Only 2 points from Trey. Only 4 points from Jalen. So I don't get it. So on a night where Atlanta needs height and needs players to crash the board, Moge only has a minute and 40 seconds allowed. Asa Newell's been playing well, so shout out to Asa. But um, yeah, a game where Atlanta needs rebounding and Moge only has a minute 40 seconds played, and Veet is playing 12 minutes. Kennard is playing 4 minutes. Oh man, Ricochet's playing minutes at the four. I'm just I'm perplexed, to be honest. I'm not understanding Quinn Snyder's game plan at the moment. Atlanta has the talent to compete, but I don't know if they have the leadership to contend. Mm-mm-mm. So Atlanta comes out the halftime break, trailing by 13. Oh, brother. So action is about to resume. Like I said, Atlanta is down by 13. Hopefully, things turn around here in the second half. Atlanta was playing competitively in that first 1.5 quarters, and then, like I said, Quinn's them funky lineups, man, them funky lineups. So Onyeka gets a good look right out of the halftime break, hits a three. So Atlanta cuts into this lead instantly as soon as the second half continues. So Jalen Brunson was allowed to try to answer back, but he misses that three. Jalen finds Trey and a little miscommunication from Trey and Dyson there. Atlanta turns the ball over and they're trailing by 10. So great start to the second half, and then not so great possession. So Knicks rattle home with three. That not being a foul is crazy work. So Atlanta does a decent job getting back in transition. Ricochet grabs the board, finds Onyeka trailing. Onyeka too strong. Jalen tries to get the board, but he just tips it. Get your stuff, Trey. Trey pokes it away from Mikael Bridges. Just stop that drive, and Lynn's still down by 13. They're getting out rebounded by 9, pretty much all on the offensive glass. So I'm glad these ads are spazzing out on the court, man. I love to see those ads dysfunction. Brunson just rises up, knocks down that 3. Tough stuff. So Atlanta, like I said, it could go right or it could go left, and it has gone left. So Trey tries to answer back, and that 3 ball does not go. It's 58-74. When Atlanta gets desperate, it sometimes works, but excuse me. Good stuff. Onyeka gets the and one opportunity here. He has 21 points, 7 of 10 from the field. Excuse me. So all hope is not lost. As Onyeka is fighting. Hopefully other guys follow Onyeka's example. Knocks down the free throw. Hawks down by 13. So pick and roll for New York is successful. It's a good take by Trey. Doesn't result in a bucket, but a Dyson cleanup effort gets Atlanta 2 points. So Dyson has 7 points. Good stuff. So Atlanta gets a steal, and Trey and Dyson convert that opportunity into 2 points. So the lead is 11. Atlanta's still fighting. That not being a tray by a foul by Jalen is actually insane. So Jalen Brunson got away with the foul there. Got away with the illegal screen there on Trey. That handoff with Mikael. Ricochet not getting any type of whistle at the rim. Atlanta down by 16. You like to see Ricochet's aggressiveness just not getting any type of love from the officials on those drives. So it's tough. Expect Quinn to come with these funky ass rotations. Shout out to Onyeka though. He has 21, 7 of 10 from the field. He is one of the only Hawks that's getting active offensively. Excuse me, he has 22 after those free throws. So Onyeka has 22 and 10. But the rest of the starting five combined has 19. So Atlanta needs something. Jalen is 1 of 6. Ricochet is 2 of 7. Um, Dyson's the only one shooting, I guess, positively 4 or 6. Trey's 1 of 5. V is 1 of 5. Nikhil's 2 of 8. Asa's 1 of 4. Or excuse me, he's 4 of 5. Excuse me. So Asa is shooting somewhat efficiently. He has 10 points off the bench, so he has the bench high 10 points. So overall, just not a great game offensively for Atlanta, and that's resulted in this 16-point lead really for New York. Like I said, man, in that second quarter when those rotations started to kind of seep in, that's really when it's really when New York kind of took charge of the game, and it's really been downhill ever since for Atlanta. So when Atlanta, excuse me, I can't talk. When Atlanta plays those rotations of you know 3 guards and no playmaker out there on the floor, it's just a tough look for Atlanta offensively and defensively. Um, I think I think Atlanta has a lot of talent on offense, but um, some players matchup wise are just not favorable on defense. So, and when I say that, I'm not talking about Trey. So good stuff from Jalen. Attacks aggressively and gets a bucket out of that timeout. So 67-81. Jalen has 6 points, 4 boards, and 6 assists. So Reese Shea does a good job on that. On a Nobi closeout. Jalen playing good defense there. Gets a block. Reese Shea deflects the pass. And with that, that's a shot clock violation. So Atlanta playing good defense there. Yeah, that was a goaltend. So Jalen gets away with the goaltend somewhat. So it looks like the refs are going to check if it was a goaltend or not. So New York is leading in the points in the paint battle, 38-32. So New York is gonna get point three, no goaltend. So they'll just get point three on the shot clock. They will get an official chance, maybe. So New York just hit a three with point three on the clock on the shot clock. That's crazy work. It's really just kind of encapsulates the night Atlanta has had, and really just the past couple weeks Atlanta's been having. So Reese Shea gets switched on to Brunson. Brunson misses that, but Trey has no choice but to foul Karl Anthony Towns as he gathers that offensive rebound. So it's been a tough result for Atlanta, man. It's tough. So down down by 17 with 7 minutes to go in the third. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So Cat hits the free throws, or hits one out of the two. The second one is on the way. So it looks like they have a little clock malfunction here, but Atlanta looking at a 20-point deficit right in the face. Turnover Atlanta. Oh, Onyeka unfortunately fouls Carl Anthony Towns on a drive there. It's tough. So on Anobi's 3-point shot, that's what they were looking at. So they overturned it. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we got a turnover, 69-85. Let's see if Atlanta can cut into this lead. Asa Nua has checked in for Onyeka. Um, Nikhil is in for Trey. So it's Nikhil, Dyson, Jalen, Ricochet, and Asa. As Nikhil knocks down the three, it's good stuff. It's a 13-point deficit for Atlanta. I like this lineup that's in. No way. No way. So Ricochet, I thought he was straight up. Gets called for a foul against Carl Anthony Towns. So Jalen picks up, I believe, what, the seventh or eighth assist. Thank God, bro. So Quinn is going to challenge this. And it's a Ricochet foul. So, hey, man. Maybe Quinn doesn't hate Ricochet after all. So their assistant coach, who's in charge of challenges, he is pretty he uses that challenge sparingly. So if he, hopefully, this is a good challenge. Ricochet did seem to be straight up against Anthony Towns. Which shout out to Ricochet, man. His defense has improved this year a whole bunch. He's playing a whole lot stronger. He's done the things that he's need to do. He's needed to do, I think. The Hawks right now, they just need a backup center, man. They just need somebody. It doesn't have to be a 7 footer, but at least somebody who can come in, play some paint defense, and grab a rebound. That's it. So Atlanta is in a desperate need for a five, and that's why I'm not really sure. Anthony Davis is the answer. We all, if if we're familiar with basketball, around the league, and storylines, AD did not like playing center for Los Angeles, so I'm not quite sure he is the right fit for Atlanta. We need a center. We don't need a power forward, man. We need a center who can get in there, grab boards. I know AD can grab boards at a decent rate, but I know that's just not his style of game that he wants to play. So Atlanta needs somebody that can get in there and grab a board or two. They need to figure that out. So hopefully the front office gets on that before the trade deadline. I know January 15th is I believe it's January 15th. That's another date where players who just signed contracts, um, I know that's another deadline to where they can are allowed to get traded. So expect trades to kind of ramp up these next couple weeks, as we are getting into this new year. Teams are kind of finding their identity for the year. So let's see. This coach's challenge is thank you, coaching staff and Quinn Snyder for believing in Ricochet as the foul is reversed. Yup, perfect defense. They said as Ricochet goes straight up, and Carl Anthony Towns just flopping over there. What's new? So even Jalen was begging the coaches to challenge that. He said, "Man, he was straight up, straight up." So they stopped the play. It's 85-72. Got a spill drink courtside. Yeah, man, get that shit together, dog. Excuse me. So somebody spilled their drink, man. Somebody messing up on the front line over there. All right, good stuff. As apparently there are Let's Go Knicks chants in State Farm Arena, and Asa Newell answers that emphatically. Throws down a dunk. Atlanta's down by 11. So hopefully Atlanta don't take this disrespect, dog. So Ricochet switched on Jordan Clarkson. That was great defense. Asa is guarding Cat, forces a air ball. So Jalen's out in transition. He's met by Jordan Clarkson. He finds Dyson in the corner. Dyson can't get that to go, unfortunately. So Dyson, I know he wanted that to go. He could have cut this to at least an 8 point game. So Jalen Brunson's runner goes. It's a bucket. So 87-74. Let's see if Atlanta can cut into this lead. Jalen finds Nikhil for the triple. It's 77-87. So Atlanta is not out. They might be down, but they are not out. So Atlanta's fighting as Nikhil knocks down that 3 point shot. Shout out Nikhil for staying active. So Dyson holds on the Cat, not letting him get that one up. 4 fouls for Dyson. So yeah, like I said, man, Atlanta is in desperate need for a big man. Desperate, desperate, desperate need for a center. I can't lie. So, Kristaps Porzingis, we knew coming into this season that he was going to be missing some time. Um, uh, I was thinking, uh, missing 2, 3 games a week, maybe max. I was not thinking 2 weeks in a row continuously. I was thinking it was going to be a little more sporadic than this. Did not think his illness would hold him out for consecutive weeks. So it's unfortunate for Atlanta. They are down one in their key rotation, their main rotation. So Atlanta down 12 here. So hopefully we get some good news on the Kristaps front. If not, I think Atlanta should look into kind of dealing that. So Jalen just bullying Ananobi there, cuts it to 10. So hopefully Atlanta can cut it to single digits or maybe even tie it before the fourth quarter starts. They need something to go for them. So um, these lineups aren't favorable right now, but excuse me. So Atlanta's forced a turnover. Um, I can't lie, man. I know I was tweaking. I was tweaking out on Quinn earlier about his rotations. Still not a fan of him, but I think I need to give him a more of a chance. As Veet knocks down the three, it's 3 minutes 30 seconds, man. I think I need to show a little more grace as a fan. So that's my fault, man. That's my fault. I was tweaking out on Quinn earlier. So every time Atlanta seems to find some offensive rhythm, New York just cuts into that momentum. So let's see Atlanta get some consecutive buckets and consecutive stops. I think they're able to do it. Jalen attacking Jordan Clarkson. That's a double. Reckless. So good stuff. Atlanta forces Jordan Clarkson to take too many steps. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Um, both teams are tied at 10 turnovers, which is, I know it's not ideal for Atlanta, but 10 turnovers and it's 10 apiece. That's great for Atlanta. It's half their turnovers last game. So 91-82. Dyson drives, kicks to Asa. Asa kind of fumbles the catch, and V. Krejci finding something to do with it. Gets Jalen the ball on the wing. 7 seconds to shoot. Jalen's pull up jumper can't get it to go, but Asa rebounds it. He gets it to Jalen. No foul there is actually just ludicrous. So Jalen tried to drive, but no love on that take. So New York's offense has Atlanta in a scramble, and okay, bet. Foul on Mitchell Robinson. Shout out to V, man. That's what they gotta do, man. They have to attack the glass, man. They can't just sit there and watch on the big guys front court battle. The big guys try to box out. It has to be a group effort, man. 1 through 5 has to pay attention to the shot. Nobody can run out. I know transition. I know that's a big thing for Atlanta, but they have to rely on their half court this game, and just get transition buckets when they can. So Atlanta's down by 9. Atlanta's bench has woken up. Big part to Asa Newell. Shout out to Rook. as he's been contributing. Like I said, front court, the bench front court has to contribute. It just can't be Onyeka. And Onyeka has led by example this game, which is great to see. So Trey against Kolick out here. He's trying to do something with it. L1. It's getting a little icy, man. It's getting a little icy. A minute 59 left in this third quarter, and it might start snowing in that bitch. So 91 to 84. Trey getting to the line. It was a good take there. Got Kolick in a bad position as a defender. He got him on the block. Yeah, didn't know what to do. That little fadeaway. Got it to go. Count it, Trey. Come on. So timeout, New York. It is 91 to 84. They might be nervous, y'all. So I know I was down on Quinn in his rotations a little earlier, and I know it's not nothing personal against the players. Um, they're just doing what they doing what they coach tell them to do. Can't really. They're not gonna say nah. I don't want to go in. They're not gonna do that. So shout out to the Hawks for sticking around, staying in the game. They have been a resilient bunch, but it hasn't really paid off these past like 5 6 games. So they have been close. It hasn't all been blowouts, so it's been pretty positive in that sense that Atlanta has been able to fight and they are in the games late in the games. But some have been pretty ugly. Some have been pretty ugly. The Spurs one was ugly. The Spurs loss was ugly. So you can't run from some of these losses that they've taken. But hey, sometimes the game falls to the other team. And some of those matchups, like the Bulls games, it could have went either way. Um, so down by 7. Hopefully the Hawks stay engaged and stay locked in. And Quinn does not roll out one of them funky ass lineups that just gives up points and cannot get a bucket. So foul trouble is kind of an issue for Atlanta. I know Dyson has 4. I know Jalen is up there. I think he might have 3 or 4. I'm gonna check the stats real quick, but so Trey knocks down the free throw. So let's see how it goes. It is 64. Oh, excuse me. It's 85 to 91. My NBA app was a little slow, but good stuff as Atlanta comes up with that second chance shot. Nikhil shoots the 3. Oh, that's Atlanta's way. Yes, sir. That way. So Atlanta gets another opportunity. So checking the stats, it is officially 85-91 in large part to Onyeka, Nikhil, Asa contributing offensively for Atlanta. They are leading the way as Nikhil almost gets that 3 to go. Almost, almost, almost. So Atlanta has to come up with buckets on the offensive end. They have to. So foul on Trey. Okay, so Onyeka and Jalen both have 3. Um, what was they talking about then? But yeah, Dyson does not have 4 personal fouls. I'm lying to y'all. Trey has 3, Onyeka has 3, and Jalen has 3. So they could have been talking about Jalen or something. They may have thought he got a foul, but all right, let's see, man. Let's see. Trey from long range can't get it to go. It looked good though. So 85-93 Atlanta needs they cannot afford empty possessions, honestly. They cannot afford that right now. Good defense by Jalen. New York just bailed out by 3. That's back to 11. So it was quickly single digits. Maybe they can get it back, but Jalen lines up a 3, gets it to go. So Jalen answers right back. It's 8 points. So they need to play good defense here. It is probably a 2-for-1 for New York. So they got that way. You can't do that. You can't do that, sir. It's 88-96. Turnover forced by Atlanta. New York is a little too aggressive on that screen, and they get called for the foul. So 88-96, 34 seconds to go. So yes, as the legend Bob Rathburn mentions, or Bob Rathbun, excuse me, he mentions if Atlanta is quick to it, they have 10 seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock. They can get a 2-for-1 themselves. Good stuff. Good stuff. And Onyeka gets the foul. So V misses the corner 3, but Onyeka gathers the offensive rebound and gets it up. And I mean, shot clock and game clock is literally separated by point two. So um, 2-for-1 almost worked out. So Onyeka does a good job at noticing that Jalen Brunson had his hand in the cookie jar, and he just gets it up, and Jalen Brunson picks up the foul. So Asa Newell getting a lot of playing time. I would like to see Moge maybe get some minutes here, try to help out on defense. But yeah, shout out to Asa. He's contributing. So Onyeka misses a second of 2. It's 89-96. Shot clock is dead. Atlanta's gonna have 6 seconds to operate here. Hopefully they can get some sort of look. Onyeka almost hits the 3, so it's 89-98. It's 9 points. So Atlanta comes back a little bit. So it's 9 points, man. So Atlanta needs to execute in this fourth quarter. They have no room for error. So I believe still, hopefully, maybe Atlanta needs some, y'all. So let's put all our hope together and maybe we can get a dub. Oh man. But so as this break is here, give me 1 second. Grab some water real quick. I will be right back. I'm not gonna leave to change the screen or nothing. Bobby, I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hey man, let's hope and pray Atlanta can get it done today. Cause boy, we need one. We need one. Boy, we need one more than ever. So Atlanta's down 9. Let's see if they can get something to go, man. Please. Please, bro. Please. Okay, off to a good start. Forced a Mikael Bridges three. Didn't result in anything. Good pass by Trey. Foul, rightfully so. So Jalen going to the rack gets fouled by Ananobi. Ananobi, however you pronounce it. My apologies if I'm messing it up. So Jalen has 13 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 of 12 from the field. So kind of quiet night scoring from Jalen, but facilitating, he is on the mark. So yeah, Ananobi definitely got him on the arm. I don't know how that ref was gonna let that fly. So Jalen knocks down the free throw. He cuts it to an 8 point game. Yup, we right here. We right here. 98-90. I think the Hawks kind of got energized by New York fans kind of turning up in State Farm. I would be too. So it's a bucket from Jalen. It's 91-98. Let's see if Atlanta can turn things around here in this fourth quarter. Yeah, defense broke down there. So V finds the bottom of the net, 4-3. So Trey gets the assist there. V knocks down that triple. Charge. Yeah, that is a charge. So hopefully Atlanta's assistant coach can go 2 for 2 in challenges because that was a bogus call on V Krejci. V does a V does a good job at lining up for that charge. So hopefully this can fall Atlanta's way, man. Let's hope and pray, man. I think Atlanta needs one, bro. They need something to go their way. We need something that's fans. They need something that's an organization to look at and be like, all right, let's take a little deep breath and let's get back on track. We need something to go our way. The ball has not fallen Atlanta's way in the past 2 weeks. May the basketball guys look upon us. We need y'all to shine upon us at this moment. Please give us something. That's my basketball guy prayer. So foul is upheld. Foul is upheld. It's a good effort by Veet. So Ananobi hits the first of two. So no shot, just a foul on Jordan Clarkson here. 94-102. Atlanta's trailing by 8. A great pass from Onyeka finds Jalen for an easy bucket. So it's a two possession game. Atlanta needs something on offense. They need to get a stop, force New York into a tough shot, which that was just that. So Karl Anthony Towns just rises up over the defense. That's just a good shot, man. Jalen attacks aggressively, and he comes away with the foul. It's good stuff. So it's 46-40 New York's way in points in the paint. So Atlanta's done a good job at not allowing New York too many easy buckets, but New York shooting has kept them in the game and kept them in a pretty confident, comfortable lead. So free throws a little too strong for Jalen. So it's 96-104. It's 9:58 to go. Jalen knocks down the second of two, makes it a 7-point game. So that possession kind of broke down for New York, and Atlanta is out on the break. And Jalen gets it to go right over Kolek. So 99-104. Atlanta needed that. So decent effort from Atlanta there. And Veet just pulls him down, prevents the easy bucket. Gotta earn that. So Karl Anthony Towns going to the line. So Trey has 3, Onyeka has 3, Jalen has 3, OG has 3, Jalen Brunson has or OG has 4, Jalen Brunson has 4, Jordan Clarkson has 4 for New York. So that is something to keep in mind as the game winds down. It is a 6-point game here. 9:21 to go. Appreciate everybody tapped in here, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, or Twitter. I refuse to call it X. So Trey operating, and New York's defense just seems to be too much. So yeah, line that up. So Cat just hits a 30-footer. Nikhil checking back in the game. So it's a 10-point deficit for Atlanta, and Karl Anthony Towns is just cackling. So tough night. So Nikhil answers right back. It's 102, 109. It's a 7 point contest. It's 8:40 to go. Shout out to Nikhil. It's a good defensive possession for Atlanta. Atlanta needs to string together consecutive buckets. We have a foul here away from the basket, or excuse me, away from the basketball. As Tyler Kolek fouls Nikhil Alexander Walker, which can be beneficial. Um, Gets us one step closer to the bonus. So Tyler Kolek picks up his third foul. So in this comeback effort, Jalen finds Veet in the corner, but Veet finds Onyeka. Onyeka guarded by Carl Anthony Towns. He can't get that little float to go. Carl Anthony Towns is a bucket. Puts it right back up to 10 points. He has 36 points on the night. So that's just a tough to fight. So Carl Anthony Towns picks up a foul as Dyson tries to get the ball over to the wing. So with 7:41 left in this fourth quarter, Atlanta finds himself in the bonus. Dyson has 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. So he goes to the line for two. Hits that free throw. It's 112 to 103. Timeout, New York. No train this final last couple minutes, but maybe that'll change here. Um, but yeah, Nikhil is gonna close out the game. It looks like they're probably gonna go to that Trey Dyson Nikhil lineup, which is not a big fan of. So Jalen has his 13th consecutive double double, I believe. He has 20 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Onyeka has a double double as well. He has 23 and 12. Trey has kind of been quiet tonight. He has 5 points, 8 assists. Um, his shot hasn't really been falling too much. He's 2 of 9. Again, Reese J didn't even crack 20 minutes tonight. So it's gonna be a tough game always when an opponent has 36 and 14. So Carl Anthony Towns going off. Jalen Brunson also has 25. He's just been a little bit of foul trouble, like I mentioned earlier. He has 4 fouls, so he hasn't played too much. But yeah, 36 points in 25 minutes. Carl Anthony Towns has been shooting pretty lights out. 3 of 6 from three, 8 of 15 overall from the field. So it's gonna be tough to win when your opponent is scoring at that rate. So both teams shooting identical, 14 of 38 from the three, so 36.8% for both teams. Um, they're almost tied uh, from the field as well. 36 of 78 for Atlanta, totaling 46%, and New York is at 38 of 80 for 47%. So it's been a pretty even game. Atlanta's almost at their assist mark. They got 27 assists for the game. It's just been free throws and threes, really. It's kind of odd. So offensive rebounds have been a killer for Atlanta. It's 16 for New York and a total of 9, which is pretty high for Atlanta. So So Atlanta getting out rebounding, which is pretty. It's been a theme for Atlanta. So Carl Anthony Towns hits the bench. I'm sure Brunson will check back in. Yeah, so Brunson's back in for New York. He got a rest while Carl Anthony Towns held things down. So Dyson going back to the line, knocks down that free throw. It's 104 to 112. 8 point game. Still not over for Atlanta. It's still not wraps. Atlanta still can find a way to get this dub. So Brunson finds Mikal Bridges on the wing. Can't get it to go, but Mitchell Robinson comes up with the board. Jalen Brunson attacks and gets the bucket. So these second chance opportunities have been killer for Atlanta. And yeah, not really much going. So Nikhil gets in the paint, finds Dyson. Onyeka is in the corner. He gets it up and gets it to go. So it's 106, 114, back to an 8 point deficit for Atlanta. Atlanta just hasn't been able to cut into New York's lead too much. The closest they got was like 6 points. So maybe Atlanta can cut into it, get it down to a possession. Mikal smokes the layup. Dyson gets it up to Nikhil. Nikhil finishes with the left hand. 6 point lead. It's 108, 114. Atlanta's defense is causing problems for New York when they do get a stop and the rebound. But when New York gets an offensive rebound, it's majority of the time getting put back in for a bucket. So hopefully Onyeka can get some help on the glass because there we go. Thank God. Nikhil helped out there. Onyeka was fighting with Mitchell Robinson. Jalen finds Onyeka, and that three ball just cannot find the bottom of the bucket. So 6 points still for Atlanta. Hopefully they can get a stop. That's a bucket. So in and out. So foul on Onyeka, fighting for that board from with Mitchell Robinson. So Onyeka now has 4 fouls. So 5:30 left. Some substitutions for New York. Good stuff, Dyson. Great defense by Dyson on Jalen Brunson there. And Atlanta comes away with the board. So Jalen can't get any love from the official on that drive. Just misses a shot there, and Tyler Kolek misses. It's great stuff. Jalen finds Nikhil on the break for the triple. It's a 3 point game. It's a 3 point game, baby. It's a 3 point game. Stay locked in, man. You got to stay locked in. So Trey gonna come back. It's 114, 111. 9-2 run in the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So this Hawks team is still fighting. They're resilient, man. So shout out to Nikhil. Shout out to these Hawks for staying into the game. They could have checked out a while ago. But now it is finally a one possession game. Atlanta has a chance to get this to a tie game. Ooh, man, let's go. So 22 points in this fourth quarter for Atlanta. They are 7 for 11 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. So they've taken advantage of their chances. They've executed. They've gotten stops. They just need to crash the glass. If they want to walk away with a dub here, they need to play patiently. And when they execute on defense and force New York into a tough shot, um, they need to crash the glass. As Carl Anthony Towns checks back in, they need to do a good job executing defensively on the pick and roll. Carl Anthony Towns and the guard that's been their bread and butter this game. So it's a 3-point game. Trey is checked in for Veets. Like I said, they need to do a good job on that pick and roll. So Trey finds Nikhil on the wing, and Carl Anthony Towns does a good job at guarding that, and he fouls Trey Young. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Trey is going to the line. He can make this a 1-point game. So 4:25. Let's go. Let's go, Trey. As Bob Rathbun mentions, it's the closest the Hawks have been to a lead since the early second quarter. It is a 1-point game. 4:20 left to go. I believe, y'all. I believe. Tyler Kolek finds Anunoby in the corner. He gets an and one opportunity. So good offensive possession for Atlanta is negated by Onyeka Okongwu's fifth foul. So that is tough, tough, tough. So Atlanta is fighting. OG's perfect from the free throw line at the moment. He knocks down that 3-point opportunity and puts it to a 4-point game. It's a little over 4 minutes to go. Short. Jalen's turnaround, like I was praising a little earlier, just can't get it to go. Trey guarding Brunson here. It's a double. Jalen and Trace in a double. Brunson misses, but New York comes away with the offensive rebound. So shot clock violation. So Atlanta needs a backup center. Hopefully, this news tomorrow is Kristaps Porzingis is back for Atlanta, because it is much, much needed. Onyeka for 3. So Cat isn't the only one who can knock down a 3 at the 5 position. It's a 1-point game. So Dyson gets back on Jalen Brunson. Jalen puts up the shot and gets it to go. It's a 2-point shot. So it's a 3-point game. 2:45 left. Hawks don't desperately need a 3, but they just need a bucket. So Jalen operating the offense, gets a switch. It's Jalen. Brunson. And dimes up Dyson Daniels for an easy 2 points. So 1 point game, 2:25 to go. Dyson has 13 points, 5 of 8 from the field. So Jalen Brunson brings it up. They get a switch. Trey is guarding Brunson now. We'll live with that. Tyler Kolek 3. And Onyeka comes up big. He grabs the board. So Tyler Kolek misses the 3, and Atlanta needs to take advantage. They collect the rebound. Trey finds Onyeka for the motherfucking 3! 31 for Big O! 121, 119. Hawks have the lead. Jalen Brunson storming back, gets a shot up, gets it to go, ties it up. 1:53 to go. It's a tie ball game. Fourth quarter. Hawks have come all the way back to tie the game. They aren't fighting. They aren't scrapping to tie the game. They have a tie right now. Trey saucing up Mikal Bridges. That's a good shot. That's a great shot. He just can't get it to go. Ooh, man, it's a close game. It's a close game. So defense is doing pretty well. Atlanta needs a stop right here. They just need a stop. So great stuff by Trey to run Jalen Brunson off that screen. But oh my God, Jalen Brunson hits the 3. So 34 for Jalen Brunson. Excuse me, 34 for Jalen. Foul here. So Tyler Kolek fouls Trey. But yeah, good defense, better offense as Jalen knocks down that 3. Let's go. Trey knocks down the first one. Trey has 10 assists tonight. He has 8 points. Hasn't been a normal offensive game for Trey, but Trey knocks it down. It's a 1 point ball game and 1 minute and 11 seconds to go. 124, 123. So good stuff as Jalen Brunson's trying to get a switch, but he gets switched on to Kill Alexander Walker right now. Oh yeah, Kill. Oh yeah, Kill. Let's go, Kill. Oh yeah, Kill. Let's go, Kill. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, he ain't used to that, dog. He ain't used to that, dog. Got switched on to Kill. Kill got a steal. You feel me? Kill said, my steal, my meal. You feel me? Oh my God, what a bucket. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh my God. I don't know why they had to even look at that. Woo! Shout out to Nikhil, man. Held it down. Got the steal on Jalen Brunson. That was a good adjustment on Atlanta's part. They were throwing Trey Young in the screen and roll with Jalen Brunson trying to get that switch, but Atlanta adjusts. They throw Nikhil on Tyler Kolek instead of Trey, and it pays off for him. So that adjustment for Atlanta is great. 48 seconds to go. It is a 1 point ball game. Atlanta needs to lock up right here. So, okay, 49.2 instead of 48. So, 49.2. Both teams in the bonus, so Atlanta cannot afford to foul here. And same thing goes on. The kill gets switched on Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson trying to get into a paint shot, gets the turnaround jumper. Jalen fights for it, and Onyeka fouls out on the offensive rebound for OG Ananobi. So that is 6 fouls for Onyeka. That's a tough call. That is a tough call. Jalen was fighting for the offensive rebound. They got the Jalen Brunson miss, but Onyeka fouls out. Or Onyeka fouls out, excuse me. Yeah, shout out to Onyeka. It's a shame that he's out of this game with foul trouble. That sucks. So Ananobi's perfect at the line here. So Onyeka fouls out, and V Krejci comes in. I'm not really sure about that. So it's a defensive lineup here for New York that gets subbed in. So OG hits them both. Atlanta is down by one. Stop. 126, 125. Let's see if Atlanta can get something to go. Jalen operating. Okay, Trey's pass is deflected. It's a 5 second differential from the game clock and shot clock. So no Onyeka is gonna be critical for Atlanta. So down by one, Atlanta just needs something, man. They just need something. 15 seconds to go. 15 seconds. Hawks have one timeout. Both teams are in the bonus. So it would be great if New York fouled away from the ball. Atlanta gets it in. They get a good look. So Jalen just gets stripped. That's just a buzzkill. Oh, well. Mm-mm-mm. So down by three, still alive, but Atlanta needs to trust the process. Get it in. It's a good look by Nikhil. Just can't get it to go. 128, 125. Atlanta's streak continues. Tough L. Hard fought game. At least this one's hard fought. So Atlanta's struggles continue. So great game by Nikhil. Great game by Onyeka. Great game for a few Hawks, but tough result. That is tough. So Atlanta right there. Tough game. So Atlanta will be back. So hopefully Chris Stapps is back. Atlanta is in desperate need of a backup center. I'm sure that will be center of the discourse here. But Onyeka tried his hardest, man. He had 31. So let's check out Atlanta's schedule. Like I said, it doesn't get any easier. So I believe we have Minnesota as our next game. So Atlanta goes winless at home. So they do hit the road. They do take on OKC next, and that is um, what Tuesday. Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We are back. So we'll see y'all in the open gym. Hopefully Tuesday for Atlanta versus OKC. Hopefully Atlanta can get something started, but it is a tough game. Atlanta does not find the win column. They take a L to New York. So tough game for Atlanta. Hopefully they can turn it around. But until then, I'll see y'all later. Probably will be live gaming on 2K, whatnot. So we'll be back at that. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all later. Shout out to the Hawks. But tough L. Tough L, man. They got to figure it out. So we'll be back. Y'all have a good one.